Hey, how you doing? This is Justin Johnson, and I am having a great time out here just picking some blues on the 12-string guitar, lakeside in the sunshine. Hope you're having a good day too. This is again, a 12-string acoustic guitar, and I haven't actually played a whole lot of 12-string on my recordings, different recordings I've done, but I love the 12-string guitar. I've played the 12-string guitar for years, and it holds a special place in music and also in blues. You don't hear a lot of 12-string guitar with blues music generally, but some of the really standout tracks by some modern musicians like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix were done on the 12-string. And if you go way back to those early blues people, people like Blind Willie McTell, Lead Belly, they were predominantly 12-string players, and so a lot of that early blues was really heavily played on the 12-string. And I think that's mainly because, for one, the 12-string guitar has a really great full sound, so if you're playing solo, it basically sounds like two people are playing. But it's also very loud, so if you're a loud singer, you're competing with a microphone, like a lot of those early blues players, you're playing everything into one microphone. Having a loud guitar where you can really swat out the rhythm is a really great thing to have. And, I just mentioned Blind Willie McTell. He has, when I say swat out the rhythm, he really did that. I mean, when you hear him picking, he would just slap the strings. And he'd play what's similar to like a Mississippi John Hurt style or a Merle Travis style, basically a ragtime style of picking. So he would swat that low rhythm, something like that, and then he'd play the melody up top. So you can see the 12 strings great for getting that, almost like hear like two or three guitar players in there. But one technique a lot of those early blues players used to use a lot also is to play a really cool bass line in there, almost like a bass break. So you're playing the rhythm like this, and then you go. See how much that adds to the arrangement? So again, totally different sound than the first song. And again, with blues, when we're talking about specifically blues playing, when you play a slow bass line, like a slow, not a bass line like playing the bass guitar, but a bass riff, you know, bass solo riff. It has a different vibe on the 12 string because the lowest 4 strings here, the E, A, D, and G string, are doubled an octave up. So you have the low string on the low E string, but you also have an E an octave higher. So when you play them together, it sounds like it's not just a doubled string like a mandolin or a mandocello or a bouzouki, something like that. It's actually 2 notes. It might be both notes are E, but they're an octave apart. So when you play those nice low note runs, just gives you a different feel. And so some of that, the coolest stuff to me on acoustic blues 12 string is more like a Lightning Hopkins single note line, you know? He'd play these single note lines, so you can see, even playing simple lines, it just has a body that you can't get out of a 6-string guitar. It doesn't matter if it's electric or acoustic. That 12 string just fattens it up, and it's like having natural reverb kind of too, because it just fills up a lot of space in the song. A trick that I've learned, you can call it a trick or technique or tuning, that I prefer for playing blues, especially on the 12 string, is to tune everything down a whole step. I'm in standard tuning right now, but my low string isn't an E, it's actually a D. So the E is tuned to a D down a whole step, the A is tuned to a G, the D is tuned to a C, you know, and then the next one's, you know, F, A, D. And so again, you just look at your standard tuning, tune everything down a whole step, and what you get is a little swattier sound. It sounds more loose, it sounds more bluesy, and it just sounds more like those old Leadbelly recordings, those old Blind Willie McTell recordings that really made me fall in love with the 12-string acoustic for blues guitar. Now I'm going to put it in an open tuning now, and it's sort of like a fragmented open tuning that I use a lot. And I'm going to tune this. Let me see if I can see this tuner here. I'm going to tune what's the A string, the G, I'm going to tune that down to an F. And when you tune the 12 string, you really have to be careful not to hit both doubled strings. You have to mute one of them. So I'll get that to an F. And you always want to tune up to go below the note and then tune up, even if you're tuning down. So I tuned that A string down a whole step, and I'm also going to tune the high E string down a whole step. So what I have now is a partial open F tuning, which is starting on the A string. I'm basically not going to play the E string. I'm playing it like it's a 5-string guitar, sort of like some of those Keith Richards tunings on the 5-string guitar. So starting on the A string, it's an F, and then a C, and then an F, and then an A, and then a C. And you can play a lot of that kind of Robert Johnson style, which even though he didn't play much 12-string to my knowledge, or any 12-string to my knowledge, it still sounds great on a 12-string. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, my name is Justin Johnson. And remember, when you're playing music, keep thinking of new ideas, keep trying new things, because that's always what leads to the next thing. Don't forget to check out my music and merch at justinjohnsonlive.com. And I've got plenty more instruction online and offline at rootsmusicschool.com and rootsmusicschool.org. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.